Hello, and welcome to a new episode of Blood Orange. We are so pretentious. We are Caitlin and Christina. We've been friends for 20 years and found only one bit of TV we agree on, which is Project One Way.
So we're going to be watching and breaking down our favorite outfits and fashion catastrophes starting from the very beginning. We hope you'll join in and watch along with us. The first season is available on DVD or online, and today we'll be talking about season 1, episode 7.
Woo!
What happened this week, Caitlin?
This was a fun episode. Okay.
Such a fun episode.
So the episode starts with Jay going, Robert, what are you doing here?
I think we're all kind of asking ourselves that question, and for some reason the judges love him.
He's charming.
That's he makes a comment that it's his jokes and his smile are the only reason he's still there.
Yeah. But that was the thing throughout the whole episode was, why is Robert here?
I understand why they're feeling that way.
Okay, so this challenge was they had one day to design a whole collection. And one of them would be the leader of the team and take responsibility for the group. Each member must create one design for the collection, and the theme was 2055.
I loved this challenge.
Me too, but I originally, for some reason, thought they had to work in a group of 3.
Oh, like they were competing against each other?
Mm-hmm. So I had to cross that out.
Yeah, having them work all in one team was a good to see how they work together. Who's the most manipulative?
Wendy.
Wendy's the most manipulative.
Okay, so
the second part of the challenge, though, was their fabric had to come from a vintage store.
Yeah, I wrote that down. It was a vintage store clothing, and they only had $50.
I want to do this challenge so bad. Can we do this? You and I need to do this.
Yeah, I can hot glue some stuff.
We should totally make a plan to come up with our own theme. Maybe not 2055, but
No, we should do 2055 and blow them out of the water.
I was gonna say we should do maybe what Burning Man's like in 2055.
You know
what Burning Man's like when it finally comes back.
I bet in 2055 Burning Man would look like the 1950s. They would just be like, we're out of ideas. Let's just go back in time.
Yesterday was totally off topic. Yesterday was the 35th anniversary of the first Burning Man.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Summer solstice, 1986.
It's really random. It's good knowledge.
They posted it on Twitter.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get to the models. We all know who was going to be out.
It was bound to happen. I knew for a fact, when it got down to the last 2, I was like, well, she's gone. It's over.
I knew for a fact she wouldn't get picked. She burned every bridge.
Yeah. What she did to Kevin last week was terrible.
Yeah, she burned so many bridges. She's crazy. So the models were Austin had Aaron, Jay had Julia, Robert Olga again, of course. That's like his go-to model. Kevin picked Martinique. Karasan picked Jenny again. And then Wendy made it look like she was going to pick Morgan. Morgan had a big smile on her face. She even said, I'm going to cry because she was excited. But no, she picks Melissa.
Wendy, okay, we just said Wendy's the most manipulative. It was cruel the way she picked Melissa. It was malicious.
Yeah. No. She's off the chain this episode, Wendy.
Yeah.
She needs a nap. Her screws are getting loose at this point. I don't know if she's always been that way or the stress is just getting to her.
She looked, well, okay, we'll get to more about what she did in this episode.
So, Tim Gunn comes in with the button bag, and he has to pick the leader. And of course, it's Kevin, which I think was planted.
Because he was the worst. Him and Robert would have been the worst ones as the leader.
Yes.
I was kind of hoping it would be Karasan because I figured whatever line they came up with, if she was the leader, it would have been fabulous.
Yeah.
She would have had her finger in everything.
Yeah, she would have. She would have been. She's just a natural leader.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kevin is the leader, and they all come up with the idea of the global warming has destroyed the world and nuclear wars, so everyone has to have layers of protection to cover themselves. So they're supposed to all have their own design and a pod coat around them. That's the idea.
Yeah.
And of course that doesn't happen, but
that was what was supposed to bring them all together. That's
the concept. So I wrote down what everyone's theme was and what they bought.
Okay.
So Wendy was 2055 youth look. She bought a sweater, a crochet top, and some pants. Jay, nightclub. He got a knit top, gown, tights, and vintage lace. Kevin, a service uniform, a quilted jacket, lace, and a skirt. Austin, cocktail dress. He bought an opera gown. I don't know what that is, but that's what it wrote. So I put a question mark.
I think I wrote opera cape. I assumed it was a cape, but
maybe.
Yeah.
It's fact they went the extra mile. Austin probably was like, no, it's not a dress. It's an opera dress.
That's probably, yeah. I'm assuming that was the patterned part that had like the vining, which was a nice pattern. It was a nice addition, even though it didn't fit with everything else.
No, it didn't. He got a jacket and lace. I'm assuming that everyone got lace as sort of a tie-in. So Kara-san picked a business suit. She got a leather jacket, a dress, lace, and a newsboy hat. I don't know what that has to do with.
I didn't realize hers was supposed to be a business suit. I must have not noticed when they put that on the screen. It's not a business look. I don't see that in it.
I think she more just ended up focusing on just like a business coat.
It's a nice coat, but it's not a business coat.
And then Roberts, lastly, he did streetwear. He picked pants, a parka vest, dress, and vintage lace. And when I was writing this down, I thought to myself, I don't think I've ever wrote down the words parka vest before.
Yeah. He has this idea to put solar panels on his jacket. And his idea is in the future, they don't have coffee. And so they'll be able to get energy directly from the sun, which, okay, that's obviously very science fiction. However, the concept of putting solar panels in a jacket to charge your phone in your pocket, if he had had that idea, he would have seen the future.
Yeah.
That would have been brilliant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because what is this solar port like go directly into your like bloodstream? I don't understand.
Yeah, he went very sci-fi and everyone kind of made fun of him for it. But a jacket with solar panels you could charge your phone on, it would sell. It would sell for a lot of money.
I think they make them.
Probably.
I'm pretty sure they make them. I mean, you can get suitcases that charge your phone.
Yeah, we've had ones that like you clip onto like a hike, like the back of a hiking bag that will charge your phone. But he had an idea that it
remember people, remember this is 2004. So
yeah.
He was ahead of his time. All right, so then we get to they're all cutting and designing. They all seem happy at first, and then Tim Gunn walks in. And
Tim Gunn is worried.
I said Tim Gunn is not happy. Good luck. Kevin should be worried. I'm worried for him. Everyone is going to be throwing him under the bus.
I mean, getting ahead of it, actually, most people stood up for him. Kara-san really stood up for him.
I know. I was actually pleased, and it totally backfired on Wendy.
Yeah, I loved seeing like Kara-san went to bat for him.
Yeah, even when I wrote earlier, she was not a Kevin fan because she made some sort of comment about him.
No, she kind of took over a lot of the planning, and so she could have said, he struggled being a leader, and so I felt like I had to take over. Mm-hmm. She didn't. She said, no, he did a really good job.
I love Kara-san. She seems like a wonderful, talented person.
I love her.
Yeah. So now we're going to get down to the looks.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, wait. I want to guess what your favorite was, and you guess what my favorite look was.
Oh, okay. That's gonna be hard though, because we have very different senses of style.
You go. Who do you think mine was?
Which one would you wear?
It doesn't have to be what I would wear.
I don't know. Was it Austin's?
No.
No. What was yours?
Surprisingly, I liked Kevin's, even though it doesn't really go with the theme. I thought it looked nice. I actually would wear that.
My problem with Kevin's is he said it was supposed to be a service uniform. What is she serving?
I know, exactly.
It was a cocktail waitress dress, maybe. It was not a service uniform.
You know who I think your favorite was? I think you liked Carasan or Jay's.
Carasan's.
Yeah.
That jacket. I would wear that jacket every day. I love it so much. So, without the cowl, though, you'd have to take the cowl off, which she shows that it comes off. It's separate. Without that, best jacket ever.
She has so much style. Okay, so Austin, I like it. He has, his level of skills is amazing, but it didn't go with the collection to me at all.
It looked historical. And I wanted to say Victorian, but Victorian's probably the wrong era. But like, I liked the little, I don't know, pet of the tiny jacket.
Also, was supposed to be a cocktail dress. No.
Yeah, Kevin achieved that.
For Robert,
one of the judges said it asked him if bullfighting was in the future, which I think was related to the cut of the jacket. It was like
because it was tiny.
Yeah.
For Roberts, I wrote, it looks like a dog attacked the top.
It looks like it went through a shredder. I don't get it.
I liked the pants. The bottom.
They were just baggy beige pants.
No, he put like a leather detail at the bottom of the pants.
Yeah.
It looks nice. I'd wear those.
I understand why the other designers don't know why he's still there.
Same. Yeah. But I was frustrated.
He took that puffy jacket and just cut it up.
And put lace.
Yeah, it was. No.
I said for Kevin, I like the design and the length of the sleeves, but it looks too put together for the idea of what they had. And yeah, what uniform is this for? What are you thinking?
Service uniform is usually like army, I assume is what he was going for.
Mm-hmm.
And how is she going to who's she fighting with bare legs?
See, I was thinking, oh, is that like a postman? Is that like a futuristic postal service worker?
That's next week.
Yes, I know. I thought this was that episode. I was really excited.
Next week. I am really excited about that one.
Me too. We might have to make this one like an hour long.
We'll have so much to talk about.
So much. Okay. Wendy was next. I hated it. It looked cheap. It looked like it looked like she only spent like 10 hours on it.
It looked like the shredded bottom reminded me of Pocahontas's dress from the Disney movie. That's what I thought.
And I love that something fell off. I was like, yes, be embarrassed, Wendy. I fucking hate you.
One of the pockets fell off.
You know what's strange?
There goes her phone.
You know what's strange? Maybe it's because I think she's in the All-Star season. Because I remember liking Wendy.
In the first episode, we did like Wendy.
But I remember personally liking her. So I wonder if she is in the All-Stars, if she's better, or I just totally forgot.
I'm looking it up. No, she was just in the first season.
I swear she was in one of the All-Stars. Whatever. She sucks.
She's super manipulative.
Yeah. Yeah, she's just ugh. Next is Jay. I thought Jay's looked more like a service worker.
I thought his was cute.
I liked it. No, I wrote that I liked it. I just thought it looked more like a service worker. Him and Kevin should have switched. Like her could have been a nightclub outfit.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
But like the top, it was kind of like a knit asymmetrical top with lace and all the strips of fabric in the skirt. It was cute.
Yeah.
It had a weird plastic circle on the back, which he explained to the judges.
It indicated your mood.
Yeah.
So if you're like pissed off, it'd be like a certain color and people wouldn't talk to you.
I mean, they're going sci-fi again for that, which okay.
And then Kara-san loved the coat. Everyone should just walked home. Like it's done. Just walk home.
Yeah, the coat was so good.
I know.
And then she had like a whole dress underneath it too. How much work she did for like when some of the others had no work.
Seriously, like Asu's taste level isn't there, but like him and Kara-san are like the top people.
Yeah.
Not even close to their like how fast they can work and how like quality the stuff comes out.
Yeah.
And then, all right, I said the collection does not work. Everyone should be worried, especially Wendy and Robert. But apparently, Robert wasn't even at the bottom.
Yeah, Robert was in the top. The judges loved Robert's look. I don't get it.
I don't get it.
The top was Robert and Kara-san, and bottom was Kevin and Wendy.
Seriously, no. They were so off this episode. But anyways, Kara-san won, deserved.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So she's safe next week.
Mm-hmm. I wrote bullshit about Wendy. Sorry, Kevin. So Kevin goes home. He should have stayed. Wendy should have gone home. I wanted to see what Kevin brought to the finale.
Yeah. Well, the thing about Wendy calling Kevin out on stage, either they went down the line and they asked it's 6 or 7 hours, so maybe they asked every single contestant what they thought of him being as the leader, or they knew, because they're getting recorded all day, that she was going to be the one that turned on him, and they intentionally asked her just for the drama on stage.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%. I thought the same thing, because she says, when like they weren't even talking to Wendy, and then he goes, Wendy, what do you think about how Kevin was as a leader?
Yeah. Everyone comes to his defense, which is rare. Usually up there, everyone turns on each other, especially on the leader.
Yeah, because it's the easy way out. It's the easy way to be like.
At the end of the episode, she has like no regrets at all. She's like, oh, whatever it takes to stay in for another week.
I'm excited to get to the reunion episode, because I was reminded today about some serious drama that goes down between Kevin and Wendy at the reunion.
I wrote that down. That next episode, there's some more, even though Kevin's not there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It was on Oh No, They Didn't.
Was it?
When I looked Kevin up on Google, an Oh No, They Didn't link came up, and it was about that.
We'll use that as a source next week.
Okay. Yeah, I wrote future episode arrow.
Did you look up what Kevin's been up to?
I did. He doesn't there's not a lot of good gossip on him. That's literally the best bit of good gossip. Was that Oh No, I didn't like. Nothing else is good. He lives in New York City. He has his own brand, Kevin John. The last collection on his website is spring summer 2019. His Instagram mentions spring 2021 line, so his website might be out of date. And then his Twitter links, like every single tweet is a link to like a BMX company. So apparently he owns like a patent related to BMX, and he's got, I don't know, but there's like
he's successful.
Yeah, he's working.
Yeah, that's what I wrote. Like, I looked it up too, and it looked like him and Alexandra are the same. They're working.
It's a good thing, but there's no good gossip about him. He doesn't seem to have any private profiles to see what he's doing.
Yeah, and like I said last episode with Morgan, she was the one that got arrested a couple years ago.
Yeah, she oh, Morgan.
I want her as a friend. Just
that would be
exhausting.
It'd be terrible.
I bet she has a lot of new best friends because she's just so exhausting that all her friends are just like, I can't anymore. For my own sanity, I can't.
I need a break. Maybe she's grown up. She was no.
Because she was like crying and being all hysterical in the courtroom. Like they wrote it down and this was like in 2014. Like the police didn't believe her when she went to them saying that she got robbed because she was so over the top. They thought she was acting.
Well, that was still 7 years ago. She might have grown up since then.
I highly, highly doubt it.
Well, she like burst into tears in like the second episode of, wasn't it?
Yeah, she's probably no, I think it's the first episode. It's the first.
It was when Karasan had picked her, and I doubt Karasan's picked her since.
That was the only good thing Wendy did was she thought of the team.
Yeah,
wants to work with Morgan.
The downside is that it does cut back on the drama for the next couple episodes, which is a shame.
I know. She should have had her spin-off show, Drama with Morgan.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she'd been approached with something like that, and then after meeting her, they went, this might not be worth it. It might be too much.
I wish she was on because the models did get one season, maybe two of their own spin-off show.
So when we get to those seasons, do we have to watch both?
It's a good question. I mean, we can ask our fans, but we don't have any.
We now have 17 listens.
Does it say who listens to them?
It gives like a general idea of gender and age.
So they're not us.
It might be us. I have to listen to edit, so it's not me. Other than I think like once or twice I've opened it on Spotify to check that it uploaded right.
I've listened to the on and off, but not every episode.
It says estimated audience 2 based on recent episodes. 76% of the listens were on Spotify. 18 on Anchor, 6 on web browser. I still can't get us up on Apple. I messaged Anchor about it, and they said to give it a week to 10 days, and I think that's passed now, and we're still not up there, so I'm gonna have to message them again.
Yes, please do. Well, if someone's listening to us on browser, that's not us.
Yeah, no, I don't know who would the web browser be, because Anchor is the only other link I know of, so I don't know. I don't even know how they found it via web browser.
Are you out there? Message us.
We'll answer. We have nothing else to do.
We will. We'll have the time. We'll even shout out your name.
No one will hear it, but we will.
So at the end of all of it, what was your opinion of the episode?
Oh, I loved it. So I want to do this challenge. Like, it's the first one I was watching, and I was like, I want to do it. I want to go to a thrift store and buy a bunch of random clothes and come up with like a costume. And then I was like, if we had plans to go to Burning Man, which it's not happening this year, at least not in person, then this would be the prep for Burning Man. It would be, okay, we're going to make costumes.
That would be so much.
As part of our collection.
We should draw something and show it next week to each other. Do a sketch.
But are we working together? Is it a collection we're doing together? Or are we just coming up with stuff off the wall?
It's the future. No one knows.
Is it Jetsons or Blade Runner?
Both.
At Burning Man, it's Mad Max, which they also meant. I think it was Michael Kor called someone's outfit Mad Max. Karasan's was Mad Max / Victorian. Versatility is the future.
You know what? That's pretty spot on. Why is Mad Max the movie or the thing at Burning Man?
And it's future dystopian. It takes place in like a desert, and everyone's stuck out there in the desert. And you got to admit, by the end of the week, all the camps have turned on each other.
No, but that's the second. Remember, we finally watched the first one because we had never seen it. Like nobody.
I think I've only seen the first one. I haven't seen.
It's not like that. I remembered like he's like chasing after these people who like ran over his wife or something.
I thought it was his kid. Maybe it was both.
Maybe.
I don't know. It's in the desert though. It's in the Australian desert is where they recorded it. And it's the setting is very similar to the setting at Burning Man. The costumes are very similar to like the way people dress up out there. And if we were out there more than a week, it would descend to that chaos very quickly.
I love that. What's that thing that they do? The challenge? That's all the Mad Max themed.
Thunderdome?
The Thunderdome. I love watching the Thunderdome.
I love the Thunderdome. The Thunderdome is a weird relief after listening to club music for several days to go to the Thunderdome and be like, oh, metal music. It's different.
Metal music. Not everyone's super nice to each other.
No, they're just trying to beat the crap out of each other.
Yeah, it's refreshing. That was one of my favorite places.
I love the Thunderdome.
Remember when we thought that guy was dead? He was wearing the sailor's cap. He was like laying down on the ground with beer, and I was like, "Are you?"
No, I don't remember that at all.
Don't? Oh, maybe that was the year I didn't go with you.
Maybe.
Yeah, this guy, I was like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" He just like shakes it up. Oh, I'm fine. I'm just taking a nap.
Keep walking.
I was just like, it didn't look like you were taking a nap. You were like slumped over. Your head's like this, and there's like beer can in your hand.
He partied a little too hard. Do you remember when we were I don't even remember where we were walking to, but the woman that came up with like the massive bike, and she said it was the first day she'd ever ridden a bike and she didn't know how to get back up on it, and she was completely naked. She needed us to hold the bike for her so she could get back up.
Real life people, that really happened. And we didn't even bat an eye. We're just
okay. We held her bike up so she could climb on and ride away. We had to like hold it so she could get started pedaling.
Oh, I miss Burning Man so much. Okay, well, let's do the conclusion so I can do bath time.
Oh, okay. This has been another episode of Blood Orange. We are so pretentious. You can hear us on most podcast platforms. I'm still working on Apple. I'm sorry. If anyone out there is actually listening, you can find us on social media at Blood Orange Wasp. We'll be back next week with episode 8, which is the best episode.
We're so excited.
You gotta watch that one.
So excited. And if you really are out there, we will give you a shout out. Just talk to us on Instagram. Just say hi.